This podcast is part of the Famous Original Podcast Network family. You can find us by going to www.fopnet.biz.
All over. Contains strong language, strong opinions, and strong beers. It is not meant for children or for those who think they are children. You know who you are.
Trust me, I'm like a smart person.
Welcome to episode 88 of Double Over. Recording from, is that a hairy hippo with missing teeth? No, it's a Pennsylvania in Pennsylvania. This is a progressive podcast with brash opinions on politics, religion, and pop culture. And we're always with the influence of craft beer. On this week's episode, we will talk about two more accusers of Brett Kavanaugh, Rod Rosenstein, Trump literally being laughed at by the world. And that's probably enough. We then get our Not America report from our Not America correspondent Steven. As always, I am joined in studio by my co-host Austin.
I was not expecting that. Very good, Tom.
I thought of that one when I was driving up here. I almost got into an accident.
Very nice, very nice.
Yeah, thank you. How are you, buddy?
Oh, I'm good. I'm very good now.
Okay.
And I'll be even better when we crack open these beers.
Mm-hmm. Not the one that I just sampled.
Wow. Breaking all of the rules of the podcast.
I didn't do anything. Okay?
That's like being a Pats fan on AFC Least. It's just not allowed as per the rules.
Hey, Austin, what's AFC Least?
AFC Least is the podcast that we do every week about the other teams in the AFC East.
Wow, that sounds fun.
I know, it is fun.
Oh, it's our show.
It's our show.
Sweet.
With Ron.
With Ron. War Trout. That Ron?
Yes, as everybody on this show would know.
War Trout, yeah. Oh, man, how's your week going?
It's going.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's okay.
It's just okay?
Yeah, I mean...
That's about right.
I'm here, so...
Yeah, in studio.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the Sticks.
Yeah.
We're happy to have you back. I'm sure you're happy to be back.
I'll be happier when I'm not back.
When you're back in New York.
Yeah.
Enjoying your life.
Yeah.
With your deliverable coffee.
Yeah, I was just going to say, when I get my coffee delivered to me by Postmates.
Fucking loser. That's what you are.
And then I can say thank you to the nice guy who walks 3 flights upstairs to give me my coffee.
That sucks. That sucks. That's awful. Do you tip him?
Of course I tip him.
How much is the coffee?
Like $5.
How much you tip him?
$4.
So $9 for a cup of coffee.
Yeah, but he usually also brings
gives it a little extra flavor. Oh no.
No. Yeah, I order the Pastor Manning special. I have the Pastor Manning latte.
And you know when he finishes it, boom, boom, shakalaka.
All right. Well, if you're a new listener, you won't get any of that.
None of it.
So,
but if you are a new listener, hey, welcome. Now start listening to our old stuff.
Yeah.
Because we were great back then. We're currently working on our new campaign, Make Dumb All Over Great Again.
Yeah. And then after that, we'll keep Dumb All Over Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When's this episode going to come out?
This episode is going to come out on Friday.
Which is what? The 20 what?
20 Friday.
8th or 9th or something like that?
Yeah. 28th, I think.
Okay. So it'll be next week. They'll find out the results of the podcast awards.
Ooh.
With us. Because we don't
exciting.
know. We obviously don't know just yet.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. Because we could win.
We were nominated for a podcast award. We sent in our video, which looks like it's videotaped in a hostage bunker.
It's so bad. I think what we should do when we don't win, because we're not going to win, let's face it.
Ezra Klein's gonna
we'll
win.
put it on our Patreon.
Yeah, we should do that.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Little extra content. All right. You want to have a drink?
Yes, let's have a drink.
I assume so. We're obviously continuing our pumpkin theme because it's fall.
Yeah.
This one.
And by the way, don't add us about the pumpkin. We know. We like it. And we're going to have it. And we don't care what you think.
No, why? Somebody commented?
No, but usually a pumpkin is one of the things that brings out the people who are just always negative about everything.
I love pumpkin.
Yeah.
Not as much as you. Because like you're
nobody
obsessed.
on earth likes it as much as I do.
But I do consider myself a pumpkin fan.
And they're like, why do you have a pumpkin in your room? I was like, just ignore the hole.
Is that mayonnaise coming out of it? No. No, it's not.
I got about a fourth of the way to making a jack-o'-lantern.
It became a jack-off-a-lantern for sure. For sure.
It's still a jackal.
It's never changed. That's illegal in Texas. Thank you, Ted Cruz. This beer is from one of our favorite companies, Southern Tier.
Yeah.
And it is their one
from New York.
Yeah, upstate New York.
Yeah.
The part that no one really cares about.
No.
It is Southern Tier's one and only Pumpkin, King.
Yeah. Well, you're going to have some tough ones today. There's Pumpkin. And then there's Pumpkin.
This is an Imperial Pumpkin Ale. Pumpkin pie in a glass is their motto. It is quite strong. It is 8.6 ABV.
Oh, that's all?
That's all. That's how we're starting.
Okay.
Now, when I say starting, I loosely say starting.
Yeah.
Because not only did we pregame, but we also are not recording this in order. So, you
just gave up the whole thing.
Listen.
They didn't know.
Yes, they did. Okay, let's face it. They knew it. All right. Let's do our cheers.
Okay.
It's now symbolic, as you pointed out in a section that hasn't happened yet. Cheers, Austin.
Oh, that was a good one.
To 88 episodes.
88, yep.
And many more. How good is this beer?
It is so good. It's stupid good.
Should we just scrap this episode?
And just talk about the beer?
Just talk about beer in general?
Yeah.
Just sit here like two bougie millennials and make a podcast about craft beer.
All right, but I'm going to have to get my Postmates app out and order some avocado toast.
Okay, I'm instantly no longer interested.
Ooh. Talk about deflated erection.
Wow. Yeah.
Or if we're going to make that a Patriots joke, deflated balls. But that makes less sense.
It does. We'll save that for our next show coming up.
That's right.
Okay, now that I have my 15th sip of this, I think it is time.
Oh, don't say it.
All right, I won't. We're good.
Okay. I guess you have to, because otherwise the show won't move forward.
It won't. No,
All
it
right,
won't.
go ahead, say it.
You sure?
Yeah.
Positive.
Yeah.
The Trump report.
Have I done a good job? Have I done a good job?
Not at all. Probably the least of anybody you've ever met.
There's nobody that understands the horror better than me.
If Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her.
All right, Austin. You ready for this? Yeah, I was waiting for that.
Okay, yeah.
All right, so you know who...
I think that's y'all ready for this, though.
Yeah, but I don't say y'all. I'm not part of that crew.
Okay, fair enough.
Do you know who Brett Kavanaugh is?
Yeah, he was one of the leads in Arrested Development.
No, but he might be getting arrested.
But we have some developments on his arrest, though.
There was a guy in that show that looks just like him, though.
Yeah, Jason Bateman.
Is that who that is?
Yeah, that's who that is.
Yeah, it's that. I've heard of that name before. Okay, so if you paid attention to our show from last week, which if you did, thank you for listening. You would know that Kavanaugh has been accused of sexually abusing a woman back in high school. I believe he was late teens at that time, 15 to 19 or something like that. I forget what they said.
The old Bill Cosby.
Oh, that's when I say this.
The later story.
Remember that this just happened. That is too soon. That just happened for us. So we had the one from Kavanaugh, right? Well, that's pretty bad, I'd say, right? Mm-hmm. There's a second.
Oh, that's not great.
A second woman has come forward alleging sexual misconduct by embattled Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh, days before his scheduled testimony before the Senate Judiciary Committee in response to a previous allegation of sexual assault. Deborah Ramirez, who attended Yale University with Kavanaugh, told The New Yorker that Kavanaugh pulled his pants down to expose himself while they were classmates there. This is an exact quote. And man, did my boner just shrink. I remember a penis being in front of my face.
Oh, my God. So that's not a way you want to start a sentence.
No. No. Well.
All right, that's not good.
88 episodes right there.
Okay.
You would think that we're script some of this shit, but we do not script it.
I swear.
Ramirez said that, who says that she had been drinking.
Okay. Like that means anything?
It does to conservatives.
Does it?
That pretty much eliminates her.
The sign of the devil.
I knew that's not what I wanted, even in that state of mind, she went on to say. I was embarrassed and ashamed and humiliated, she said. She added that she recalled Kavanaugh next to her, pulling up his pants. Brett was laughing, she said. I can still see his face and his hips coming forward. Like when you pull up your pants, somebody yelled down the hall, Brett Kavanaugh just put his penis in Debbie's face, she said.
Well, they were very literal.
Very literal. It was his full name. I don't think it was just Brett.
Was it his middle name?
That's no. His middle name is put a penis in Debbie's face.
Oh, okay.
So it's Brett put a penis in Debbie's face.
Put his
Kavanaugh.
penis in Debbie's face. Kavanaugh, the third.
The third. So from that statement, she says that Kavanaugh's name was said in full. That's how she knew it was Brett Kavanaugh.
Yeah. Well, it'd be hard to forget that name.
That's yeah. Well, kind of. I guess so.
Kavanaugh? Well, I don't think I'd forget that name.
I don't care about the name. It's when the act is associated with the name, I think that gets scarred no matter what. If you find out the name, you know who that name is.
Hopefully, I know the next Republican move will be like, well, we need to create a penis lineup and have her pick the penis out of the lineup.
Oh, no. He's definitely shrunk since then.
And Lindsey Graham will be the first to volunteer. I will be the oversight committee.
Excuse me. I'm going to prove that I have a penis. Does that count? Can I give you testimony? Can I be testified?
Well, no, he's going to be part of the oversight committee. I'm going to keep a close eye on this examination. I bet you are, Lindsay.
That's not as good as Johnny McCain.
No.
Too soon?
Too soon.
Yeah, fuck him. He's dead.
I just meant too soon for me. I just ate.
In the last week, 3 sources familiar with the accusation told NBC about Ramirez's accusation. Ramirez, who's 53, happens to be the same age as Kavanaugh, and they both graduated from the university in 1987. Her sister Denise...
But Tom, excuse me. I have a calendar right here that says I didn't schedule putting a penis in anyone's face.
No. Oh, no, you missed it. It's right there behind
penis in Debbie's face. All right, you got me on this one.
Right behind actually raping someone. See that?
All right, you got me on this one. Me on this one.
Ramirez, who is now married and lives in Boulder, Colorado, smoking that pot, girl, is a volunteer and board member at a nonprofit group that helps victims of domestic violence.
Oh, good for her.
Safe House Progressive Alliance for Nonviolence. Ramirez.
I bet they're like, well, it has progressive in the title, so.
Oh, enemy of the state.
She must be lying.
Oh yeah, she's definitely lying. There's too much that actually makes sense for this to be true.
Yeah.
You know, being at the same dorm and the same time.
Yeah, but Tom, it wasn't in his calendar, so it can't be true.
No, but it is right behind actually raping somebody. I just showed you.
You don't have Brett Kavanaugh's calendar.
Maybe I do.
I don't think so. Because I see it over there, and it doesn't have a Klan suit on the front of it.
But it has a guy showing his crotch.
Ah, okay.
Right?
As a reminder.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. From sidebelts.com. Not a sponsor, by the way.
I was going to say, that's also just your iPad, so that could just be what's always on your iPad.
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Just don't look closely, please. All right, so this is...
Tom has a 64 gigabyte iPad, but only 3 gigabytes are available. And he won't let me